realized, right? I was not meant for the cold weather. I personally was not made for the cold weather. I can't do this. I don't know. It's like 2 degrees. I'm like, yeah, no, I miss home. I miss Africa. I miss the heat. Okay, I've never been so cold in my life, you know, never. Oh, but it's okay. I'm strong. I can do this. I'm a survivor. Hello everyone, my name is Mackie and welcome to Mackie Really Reads. Today I am going to be doing the best romances of 2021. So from this list I am going to be picking my top 10 standalones and my top 10 favorite romance series in that series.
Open the door, close the door, I am so confused.
Favorite books in a series, whatever. First book that was my favorite, is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. So this is a taboo romance. It's forbidden. It's about a Pike and Jordan. Pike is like 38 years old and Jordan is 19, and she is dating Pike's son. So they date eventually after some time. So what happens is Pike and Jordan, they meet at a theater. What is it? Theater? Is that what you guys call it? Theater? We call it the movies. Yeah, the movies. They met at the movie place and you know they hit it off, but like she didn't cheat on Cole or anything. That's her boyfriend's name, Pike's son, and you know he sucks. Cole, that is. Pike is just an awesome man and I loved everything about this romance. I loved that she was obsessed with pink. I loved her energy. I loved that she was mature for her age. I loved the way Pike handled things. I think he was just like hot. He was a daddy for sure. And Cole can go kick rocks in the cold. Do you know how much it would hurt to kick rocks in the cold? You don't even you don't even understand. Anyways, the next book is The Bride Test by Helen Huang. Oh my god, I loved this one. You know what makes a romance for me? Like a couple that just like have everything against them, but then they are just able to just make it work, and they can like really work together in the real life, whatever, and they just like are stronger together than when they are apart. That just, it's like the cherry on top. Ugh, I hate cherries. Such chocolate bar, it's whatever you want it, just not cherries. Ugh. Nope. So this one is an arranged marriage, kind of maritime convenience. Esmeralda, she is from Vietnam, I think. Is it Korea? No, Vietnam. She's from Vietnam, and Kai's mom is like, I want you to meet my son and I want you to marry him. I'll take you to the US, you get to live there, and you know, you'll just be living a good life, you know, without healthcare.
Damn. I'm sorry.
I'm joking. I mean, it's not a joke, it's the truth. But, you know, you get it. If you don't get it, so I just what was I saying? I liked them together. I loved Kai. He is autistic, and you know, seeing him adapt to Esmeralda and having Esmeralda, is it Esme or Esmeralda? I think her full name is Esmeralda, but people call her Esme. Kai is just thrust into this new world with being with Esme. You know, she does things way differently. She just is just like a different thing for him, and he's just like, what the hell is going on here? But he's so sweet and he's so kind. He just it's just so amazing to see him. I don't know, I just like him. He seems like a bad boy, and I like that. And the next one is A Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. So this is a mafia romance, kind of arranged marriage. Oh, I really do like arranged marriages, do I? Yeah, seems like I do. So this one is about Ada and Callum. They are from two rival families, two rival mafia families. He is from the Irish and she's the Italian mafia. She's in the Italian mafia, and they hate each other. They hate each other, like they legit hate each other. They try to kill each other so many times. I'm like, this is amazing. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I enjoyed reading those scenes where they try to kill each other. It was funny. Okay, don't look at me like that. It was really funny. I just like seeing them go from I hate you and I'm gonna kill you to I love you and I just can't be without you. Oh yeah, I love this romance so much. I give it 5 stars. This is my first Sophie Lark romance. I think so. I don't know. And the next one is Bound by Honor and Bound by Love by Cora Riley. This is a romance about Luca and Aria. They are one of my favorite couples of all time. I love Luca. He can get it any day. Just hit me up, you know, it's okay. We won't tell Aria because we know how she is. I'm joking. No, not about him hitting me up though. If it was real, but he's not. But it's okay. It's okay. This is a mafia romance. I've spoken about mostly all of these romances, so if you want to like know more about these books, just check out my other videos. I'm just going to be talking about what I love. I won't be like going deep into the whole story thing, you know what I mean? I'm just going to be telling you about what I love or what I am obsessed with, kind of. Okay, so Bound by Honor, we see them getting married, and Aria kind of getting over her being afraid of Luca, and Luca's like, you should be afraid of me, but I want you to be afraid of me. I want you to love me. And Bound by Love, Aria does some crazy things, and you know what Jen said? She was like, everything bad that ever happens to Luca is because of Aria. And I mean, I'm not a hater or anything, but I mean, that's true. I mean, I'm not hating, but those are facts. Those are facts. She's a weak link. She needs to be excommunicated. Jokes. Yeah, I love these 2 books. They're my favorite. Oh, I love them. I love the couple. I am not gonna read by Snarise. I'm not doing it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are free to do that. I am not doing it. The next one is There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. This is a serial killer romance. This is about Cole and Mara. Mara is a struggling artist, and Cole is a serial killer by night. Yeah, he's a serial killer by night and a painter, artist by day. He like kills people for the fun of it, and he's so rich and he's just so cocky, and he's a stalker. He's like Joe Goldberg, but not really Joe Goldberg, because Joe Goldberg is like poor. No offense, it's the truth. And yeah, if you love you, or if you liked you, you'll like this romance. It was so much fun. I will read the second book next year, not this year. I want to save some Sophie Lark books. I don't want to like finish all of her books, because then I'm going to be sad, and I don't want to be sad. And the next one is Stolen Soulmates by Mary Catherine Gibbhart. This one is a trilogy. This is almost a dystopian world. It's so much fun. It's about this girl. She's a maid when she meets the king. Well, he's not really a king, but well, he's a king, but because he's rich. Not he's king by title. Like his family owns everything in the world, or the world. So one day, a Story, that's her name, Story Hell, and Grayson Crown, she is like shoved into this closet, this room, and she is kissed by someone. That person turns out to be Grayson Crown, and he's like, what? He thinks that he's kissing his soon-to-be wife, and obviously it's not that, because like she's a maid, you know, she'd be washing the dishes and stuff, and yeah, and he's just like so pissed when he finally switches on the light, and Grayson just wants to make her pay for it, because the door opens and lo and behold, the woman that he's supposed to marry sees them, and she's like, so this is who you really are, yeah? You belong to the streets? And he's like, I don't belong to the streets. She tricked me. And she's like, I don't trick you, you shoved me here. And it's just a whole conundrum, and it's awesome. And Story and Grayson fall in love, but the first book is a bit hard to get over. Like there's some dark things that happen. He treats her so badly, but I don't mind it. It's the only buddy romance that I really don't mind. I don't like buddy romances, but that one was like, okay, I'm okay with this for some reason. Moving on to the next book, it's The Italian by Tia Swan. This is a mafia romance as well. You'll see I love mafia romances. This is a forbidden romance because the guy is not supposed to be with someone that is not Italian or is not in like the mafia world, and she's Australian, and it's awesome. I really like this romance. When they first meet, he is not a capo, he's just a policeman. He's a regular old guy, and they just have this dinner, they just have this day, and it's just like magic. It's just like sparks are flying, he's just perfect. And then shit hits the fan, and she comes back to Italy a couple of years later because he sends for her, but she doesn't know that, and the romance continues. So if you like things like that, second chance romances, kind of regular guy turns into a mafia guy, you like this one. It's a standalone, so you'll get everything. It's really, really fun. I really enjoy this romance so much. And the next one is The Air Between High and Low by Brittany C. Cherry. This is a second chance romance. It's so emotional, it's so sad. It's about High and Low. Those are their nicknames. I forgot their real names, but it's between High and Low, and it's just so sad. It's so, I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's so sad. It's just like one of those romances where it's like, damn, like damn, life is tough. Life is really, really, really tough. And yeah, it's so sad. Be prepared to cry if you read a Brittany C. Cherry book before you know what you're in for, because she knows how to make people cry. Yeah, she really does. And the next one is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. I don't know. This is also, it's not really a second chance romance. It's just like they've been in love for so long, but they can't be together due to time, due to the situation, due to just a lot of things, and you're just so frustrated by this book, but you just can't help but love it, because these people are just like made to be together, but they just don't want to listen, and they just want to do whatever it is they want to do, and they just don't want to be together. And I'm like, you guys are being stupid. Just be together, okay? You're annoying me now. You're annoying me. Just be together, okay? But it's so much fun, and it's sad. It's really sad. Like, it's really, really sad. And A Love Letter to Whiskey, I mean, that should just tell you by the title below that it's very addicting. It's a very, very, very emotional. So if you want something like that, feel free, read that one. You won't regret it. The next one is The Trouble with Hating You by Sajni Patel. It's an enemies to lovers Indian arranged marriage. So Leela is like, was it Layla? I think it's Leela. She's supposed to marry this guy, and she's like, I'm not gonna marry a guy just because I'm supposed to marry a guy. I want to marry someone that I'm in love with. And her parents are like, no, you have to be with someone, you know, you're following the Western ways. She's like, no thanks. And they meet in kind of an unfortunate way. Like, she's running away from the dinner, and he just thinks she's so rude. He's like, how dare you run away from me like that and embarrass me and my mom? And I'm like, someone's a little dramatic. Well, that's what I said. Not, she don't say that, I said that. But it's so fun. It's just, you can feel the chemistry between them. You can feel that they really don't like each other. They really don't like each other at all, like at all. But it turns around. She's very misunderstood. Like, she's kind of like the black sheep in the family. The whole community doesn't like her. She is just troublesome. That's what people think. She's just troublesome. But there's a backstory. Look out for the trigger warnings, please. And you know, I love this one so much. I kind of laughed a little bit, but it was really fun. It was a really fun, cute little rom-com. Yeah. And the next one is I'm a Creep by Jamie Roberts. I spoke about this one so many times. It's a stalker, serial killer romance. She's in love with someone she's not supposed to be in love with. It's forbidden. And that's what I'm going to say. Think Regina George. But if Regina George was a serial killer, that's how I can explain it, because it's during like those teenage years. Like, she's batshit crazy. She will kill people. Like, she kills, like, for real. Like, she doesn't play. She's gonna kill you. And I just liked it. I enjoyed it so much. And yeah, the next one is Never Seduce a Scot by Maya Banks. This one is a historical romance. It's an arranged marriage, and it's rival families. They're not supposed to be together, and it's fabulous, and it's sweet, and it'll pull at your heartstrings. And if you want historical romance, you should start with this one. Or if you haven't started with historical romances, you should probably start with this book. And the next one is A Thousand Boy Kisses by T. Cole. This book made me cry so hard. So hard. Ha. I cried. Like, I cried. If you want to cry, just read this book. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. If you wanna cry, read this book. You might hate me later, but yep, read this book. Ooh, I cried so hard. It was so beautiful, but it was so sad. I'm like, life isn't fair. But life is so beautiful, and if you want to cry, read that one. And the next one is Repsolid by Laura Thalassa. This is a fantasy romance. He is a bargainer. He's the king of the night. He's fae, and she is a siren. And they meet when she does something and she needs to get bailed out of it, and she calls on the bargainer, and she keeps on calling him and calling him and calling him and calling him, and it just never ends. And they separate due to something, and 7 years later they meet again, and he's like, I'm in love with you. And she's like, where have you been? Like, what happened? And you just find out what happened and why it happened, and there's a whole mystery, and it's scary. So scary. It's scary. Like, I was a little bit scared, and I'm scared of everything. Okay, I get that I'm scared of everything, but that one was scary, bro. That one was really scary. It's kind of, I wouldn't say mystery, it's fantasy, but it's scary. It's like a scary fantasy, like a horror, but not really a horror. So if you like those type of things, read that romance. And the next one is the Group Trilogy. Well, I read the 2 books. I read Flow and Grip by Kennedy Ryan. It's forbidden romance. It's an interracial relationship, and I mean, it's incredible. It's wow. It's epic. It's one of those epic romances you're like, woo, damn, damn, love is real and love is hard, and it's just, ooh, it's amazing. So that's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Just read it. It's one of my favorites of this year. And the next one is A Stolen Heir by Sophie Locke. This is the second book in the Real Birthright. This one is about Mikalosh and Nessa. I think I liked the second one in terms of the romance, but I didn't like the plot of it. I didn't like the captive capture romance. I didn't really like that aspect of it, but I enjoyed their romances more than I enjoyed the first one. The first one was like, it was fun, but the second one was like, that's real love. Not that like the first one isn't real love, but like you could definitely feel that these two people, they were just like meant for each other, and they just meant to heal each other, and they know each other. Another mafia romance. I love mafia, as you can see. It's Twisted Emotions by Cora Riley. This is Nino and Kiara's books. This is Nino and Kiara's story. This is the second book in the Kimura Chronicles. It is an arranged marriage. It's like most mafia romances are arranged marriages, and this one is just epic. It's epic. Remo can't feel emotions, and Kiara is just like, she's scarred. She's like, she's hurt. She's been through some things. It's tough. It's really tough. And they just like help each other heal and find a way to live a new life and live together, because he still lives with like all his brothers, and she is definitely afraid of men, and she kind of has to get over that because she's gonna live with these people for the rest of her life. So yeah, it was amazing. And Twisted Bonds was even better. I didn't think it could get better, but it did. The last book is A Block Shot by Kennedy Ryan. This is a sports romance, but it's really emotional, so beware. Don't just think because it's a sport romance it's just all fun and games. It really isn't. Kennedy Ryan will kick you in the gut while smiling at you, so beware. But I love them. I loved the couple. I love Lotus and Keenan. They are amazing. Black love, and that's where it's at. And I hope I'm not forgetting any other romances. I don't think so. If I am, oh well, I don't think so. So I am going to be picking 10 standalones and 10 books from the series, and I will do 2 videos dedicated to them based on this list. And yeah, I'm excited to do that. I'm scared. I'm very indecisive. I'm a Libra, so it's really hard for me to decide on things, but we shall see how it goes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a long ass video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite romance is, and I'll be sure to read it next year or in a couple of days, whatever you want. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.